Hello and welcome again. Today we're going to discuss buying property. So if you buy a property, it's not just a straightforward purchase. There's a lot of things that happen in the background, and for some of you that have never bought a property or are aiming to do that for the first time, let me show you through the basics. I'm not going to go too much into the investment side of property or the investment case behind buying property. I'm just going to go into the cost. So this is a very simple video just explaining the cost of buying a property. If the bank wants to give you a full bond, in other words, they borrow you the full amount that the property is valued at, or the purchase price of the property, then you don't need to put down a deposit. However, you should make sure that you have funds available for all the other costs like transfer cost, bond cost, transfer duty, etc. I'll go into that detail a bit now. This video is obviously based on the assumption that you're going to have a bond registered on the property. In other words, you're going to loan money. If you do not loan money, if you're going to pay cash for the property, then there are certain costs that you're not going to pay. So first things first, your deposit. Do you have a deposit? Yes or no? Bond registration cost, and then transfer cost. Now I'm going to use an example of a 2.2 million rand property in this case. And on this 2.2 million property, we're going to put down a 200,000 rand deposit. So we're buying a 2.2 million rand property in this case. The deposit required is 200,000 rand. The bond registration cost will be 38,000 rand. And the transfer cost will be 110,000 rand. Now I will go into a little bit more detail here. I'm using rounded figures for this. But this one is just below 38,000 and this one is just above 110,000 rand. I'm going to explain these two now. So the cost breakdown are as follows. The bond registration cost is 38,000. This is split up between registration cost itself, 30,544, initiation fee, 6,038 rand, and a post petties and FICA cost of 1,200 rand. The transfer cost is split up as follows. The transfer cost itself is 32,315, transfer duty 76,500, post petties FICA 1,200 rand. Now the transfer duty is something that changes depending on the price of the property that you buy. If you buy a property less than 900,000 rand, you won't have any transfer duty. If the property value goes above that, it starts at a percentage and it increases with the value. Transfer duty figures are actually available on the SARS website, sars.gov.za, and you will see the sliding scale of transfer duty, how it increases with the value of your property that you are buying. So let's summarize the transaction. It's a 2.2 million purchase price. You're going to put down a 200,000 rand deposit. You're going to register a 2 million rand bond. In this case, we're going to assume a 20-year period on the bond. Over 20 years at a 9.75% interest rate, you are going to pay 18,970 per month. And also to note, over 20-year period, the total amount you're going to pay towards your property is going to be 4,552,881. In other words, 4,552,881. Another factor to consider is that you're going to have other monthly costs like levies and rates and taxes. Levies you will only pay if you stay in an estate that has a body corporate or a homeowners association. So in this case, we're going to assume an estate with a levy of about 2,500 rand for the property and the rates and taxes of 1,600 rand a month. The rates and taxes depends a lot on which municipality you live in. Some municipalities charge a bit more and some less for the valuation of the property. As a final summary of this purchase, you are going to need about 348,000 rand upfront in order to get this transaction going, and you're going to need about 23,100 rand per month in order to pay the property and the rates and taxes and the levies on an ongoing basis. Something to consider is that rates and taxes and levies go up on a yearly basis, usually most of the cases, and your bond will probably stay the same as long as the interest rates remain the same. Thank you. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like it, please click on the like button. If you want to subscribe, click on the subscribe button down below, and next to the subscribe button there's a little bell icon. If you click on that, you will get notified whenever I post another video.